Protests over immigration raids escalating in Chicago. Tonight, federal prosecutors charging an alleged gang member with soliciting the murder of an unnamed senior law enforcement.
Chicago, a city once known for its steel and soul manmats, now stands at the center of a national firestorm. A federal gang investigation, a murder-for-hire plot, and the president's legal battle to deploy the military inside U.S. borders. What happens when politics, law enforcement, and chaos collide in one explosive courtroom showdown? Stay tuned, because this case exposes more than just violence. It questions the very limits of presidential power.
Enforcement official taking part in immigration enforcement there, saying Juan Espinoza Martinez posted in Snapchat, $10K if you take him down. Authorities tonight also...
That's right. A Snapchat post, $10,000 offered to take him down. Think about that for a second. In the age of social media, evidence doesn't always come from witness testimony. Sometimes it's right there in your feed. Prosecutors now argue that this single post wasn't just reckless, it was a federal solicitation for murder. What do you think? Should an online post hold the same weight as a face-to-face conspiracy?
Searching for the driver of this black SUV that the Department of Homeland Security says repeatedly rammed into ICE agents in the white truck. While at a separate event, police appearing to...
Here's where things get legally intense. President Trump's attempt to deploy the National Guard to major cities isn't just political. It's a constitutional minefield. The Insurrection Act gives presidents emergency powers, but only under strict condition. If there's no actual rebellion or invasion, using military force could violate state sovereignty. So the question before the court is clear: did the president go too far?
Be tear-gassed, though not injured, all as President Trump faces new legal battles in his efforts to deploy National Guard troops to 2 more cities.
Donald Trump's deranged depiction of Chicago as a hellhole was just...
A federal judge steps in, block granted. That means, at least for now, the president's hands are tied. The court ruled that deploying troops without clear evidence of insurrection could set a dangerous precedent. Remember, judges don't just decide law, they protect the balance of power. And this ruling, it's a massive reminder that even a president must play by the Constitution's rules.
Complete BS.
After a federal judge blocked the president from deploying Oregon's National Guard to Portland, where protests against ICE have been escalating.
This part gets emotional. One side argues that federal help could stop the shootings. The other says that military-style crackdowns only make things worse. It's a tough question. How far should the government go to protect its people without overstepping civil rights? Let us know in the comments. Would you welcome troops if it meant safer streets, or would you see it as a threat to your freedom?
Tonight, Chicago and the state of Illinois suing to try and prevent President Trump's deployment of troops there.
There was never an insurrection.
And here's where the story flips. Accusations that ICE agents themselves caused chaos. Reports of children being zip-tied. If proven true, that's a human rights violation. Federal power can't come without accountability. This is the gray zone the court must navigate. Can justice exist when both sides claim to be defending it?
Or an invasion on the ground that justified the deployment of the military to our American city.
Though tonight, the president saying he'd consider invoking the Insurrection Act.
Well, I'd do it if it was necessary. So far, it hasn't been necessary. We have to make sure that our cities are safe.
As the White House blasts Democratic officials, noting there were 4 homicides and 29 people shot in Chicago this weekend.
Why should they be concerned about the federal government offering help to make their cities a safer place? They should be concerned about the fact that people in their cities right now are being gunned down every single night, and the president, all he's trying to do is fix it.
Cook County Commissioner Sean Morrison supports President Trump's move.
We've had federal agents attacked, and unfortunately they've had to push back.
But the governor saying ICE is the one escalating tensions, pointing to this dramatic DHS video of a recent late-night raid saying children were zip-tied, which the agency denies.
Having more federal agents on the streets in full military gear is not necessarily going to create calm.
All right, Maggie joins us now live outside an ICE detention facility near Chicago. And Maggie, I know you have new reporting about who is being targeted in this alleged murder for hire plot you reported on.
Yeah, Tom, that's right. According to our Chicago affiliate, WMAQ, it's U.S. Border Patrol Commander-at-Large Gregory Bavino. In the meantime, attorneys in court today tied to that lawsuit said National Guard troops could be, in their words, in position in Chicago as early as tomorrow. Tom?
We thank you for watching. And remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.
So here's where we stand. A gang member accused of ordering a hit, a city in turmoil, and a courtroom wrestling with the limits of presidential authority. Whether you side with federal control or local independence, one thing's clear: this case redefines how power, law, and justice collide in modern America. If you found this breakdown as shocking as we did, hit that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom stories. Only here, where the truth meets the verdict.